I'm Leonie from the Woolbaa and welcome to our Learn to Knit series, Step 1, Casting On. Step 1, Casting On. Now all you're going to need is some yarn and some needles, and then off you go. So as you can see, I'm holding a piece of yarn in my left hand. I've got the short piece. In the right hand, I've got the long piece that's attached to the ball. So with the short end, we're going to just make a little bit of a loop like so, pinch it there, call it a head, so we're pinching it at the neck. And then with the long piece that's attached to the ball, we're going to wrap it around the back of the neck and then poke it through the head, giving the poor head a bit of a headache. And then pull on it. So what we've got then is called a slip knot. You watch. It slips. That's why it's called that. Then it goes on the needle. And this is where your pair of needles comes into play. So holding the needle any which way doesn't really matter at this point. You'll finesse it as you go on, but I tend to hold it like a pen in my right hand, and then I have the hand on top of the needle in the left. So we're going to put the needle, the right needle, under the left needle. We're going to wrap the bottom needle and pull that loop through and add it over here. See what I'm doing? I'm going to the back and adding it on. Then I go between the two loops. So see how now I'm going between. I'm not going into the stitch like that. I'm going between the stitches. So it's like a crossbow. And I'm going to wrap that bottom needle and pull it out, make a nice big loop, and then add it to the left needle. And see what I'm doing with the left? I'm going to the back of that loop. Now don't pull tight, because you want your cast on to be loose. So I'll go in between the last two stitches, wrap under and over the bottom needle, pull it back towards you, making a nice big loop, and add that loop to that left needle. So watch, goes there, and then pull it, but I don't tighten it too much. I want to make it that I can get through there easily. So in between the last two stitches, under and over, pull it out towards you, add it to the left needle, in between the last two, under and over the bottom needle, out towards you, add it to the left needle, in between the last two, under and over, pull it out, add it to the left, in, under, over, out, add it onto the left needle, in, under, over, out, add it to the left needle. So what you've got is this little bit of, it's called the cable cast on. So you can see it looks like rope cable, and you can cast on any amount of stitches. You're only limited by the length of your needle. So you could do hundreds of stitches if you had what we call a circular needle, because they're long needles, but just on this, if you're doing a scarf, you're probably going to want about 30-40 stitches depending on the width of the scarf. So I could just keep going and going, always remembering to go between the last two like that. A lot of people make the mistake of going into the last stitch, and that will make a really sloppy cast on, and that's called a lace cast on. We want to do the cable cast on. So under and over again, pull it out and add it to the left needle. So then you're off and running. Well, that finishes step 1 of casting on. Now you'll be able to move to the second video, which is the knit stitch. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and have your notifications turned on so that you know when we've made a new video.